what was your score in NEET?
So my final score in NEET exam is 715. Initially it was 720.
720 out of 720. That is all the questions correct.
Yes.
That means you were AIR 1.
Yes. Then there was a controversy in one of the questions, and then Supreme Court had to give only one correct answer for that. So that is why my score dropped to 715.
Tell me one best thing about this college that you felt.
The best thing I think is the people, for sure, because wherever you are, it's always about the people. And I think I have grown some very good friendships over the past months, and I have found good seniors, good teachers.
What do you think is harder, NEET or MBBS?
In terms of mental burden, or we can say stress, definitely it is NEET exam, because there it is the pressure of 25 lakh people giving the same exam, and you have a do or die situation. You always feel that if I'm not going to make it, then there is no plan B. We don't have anything else to do.
Krishnamurti, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, sir.
How are you feeling?
So I'm feeling kind of overwhelmed, and this was the first time that I'm giving a podcast. So it is kind of a new experience for me.
By the scores that you have told me, I thought that you would have given many more podcasts.
I have given interviews, but this is the first time that I'm giving a podcast.
Okay.
Yes.
And how does that make you feel?
That makes me feel a bit intrigued, and I want to do stuff like you, and I'm really hoping for building my confidence through this podcast and doing something apart from studies as well.
Like the scores that you have told me makes me think that you are very studious. Did you had any hobbies like before getting into the preparation phase of NEET?
I had a lot of hobbies, some of which were also study oriented. I had interest in astronomy as well. I have interest in playing badminton. I do swimming competitively, and I also sing. I'm trained in classical singing.
Do you play badminton? I haven't seen you on the court.
Sir, I play badminton, but I don't play as good as you people play.
Okay. Swimming you do competitively?
Yes, sir.
Have you won something in that?
I have won at district level.
What age did you win it?
When I was in 7th grade.
7th grade?
Yes.
Like you left it in class 11th and 12th?
Yes, I had to leave it because I went from my hometown to Nagpur for my NEET preparation.
Where is your hometown?
My hometown is in Akola, Maharashtra.
Akola. You are from Akola and you came to Nagpur for preparation.
Yes.
And what was your score in NEET?
So my final score in NEET exam is 715. Initially it was 720.
720 out of 720. That is all the questions correct.
Yes.
That means you were AIR 1.
Yes.
Right. Then what happened?
Then there was a controversy in one of the questions, and then Supreme Court had to give only one correct answer for that. So that is why my score dropped to 715.
You would have felt very bad for that.
Actually, I kind of felt neutral because I knew that if not 720, I'll have 715, and then also I'll have many good options for colleges in the country. For example, I am in AIIMS Nagpur right now, and I am loving it very much. And I think this institute is again in the list, in the rank for competing with AIIMS Delhi in future years.
Did you wanted AIIMS Delhi as your first choice?
Yes, my first choice was AIIMS Delhi, and I felt sad that I didn't get it, but I don't regret my decision.
Sad in the sense you first got it, right?
Yes.
After some days, after a gap of 10-15 days, you lost it.
Actually, my decisions were very clear. If not AIIMS Delhi, then I was going for AIIMS Nagpur only. That was decided for me.
And why so?
Because my family had molded me in such a way that my dad had trained my willpower to an extent that I don't really feel very sad about losing anything that much. And AIIMS Nagpur as a choice, I chose it because I see so much potential in this college and the city itself in giving me many opportunities, both as a student and as a medical professional, and in other endeavors if I wish to pursue them.
You might have done research on this college, right?
Yes, sir.
So what was your mode of research for this college?
the primary mode of research was asking my peers and seniors about the colleges. I inquired about many other colleges as well, Delhi colleges and other peripheral AIIMS. And after inquiring with many seniors, I came to know that this has grown so much in the past 6 years that it is at par with almost all Gen 2 AIIMS which are out there, like AIIMS Bhopal and AIIMS Jodhpur. And that is why in the coming 4 or 5 years, it has a potential to do much better and even overtake the other colleges. And that is why I chose this college.
I think it has overtaken AIIMS Bhopal already.
Yes, sir.
And many people are choosing this over like much established AIIMS like AIIMS Patna, which was established way back before this college.
Yes.
And personally, I was the first batch which started in this campus. Our seniors were the first batch of AIIMS, but they started in GMC Nagpur as their primary campus. We started in this campus. So we have seen how this campus has grown from scratch. Literally a bare piece of land has grown into such a massive campus.
Yes.
So that's a great thing that this college has achieved. But I feel that there are some drawbacks in this college too. Have you felt anything lacking in this college?
The lacking in this college that I felt was basically the distance from the city, first of all, which gives a little bit of inconvenience, not much. Apart from that, I don't feel any such major inconveniences, and I think as a college in its growing stage, in its juvenile stage, I think it has many things to achieve, and the faculties which are teaching us here, they are already so much experienced, and I think that they have innovated many ways to teach us very effectively, and the methods that they are using are also helping us a lot.
Tell me one best thing about this college that you felt.
The best thing I think is the people, for sure, because after all, wherever you are, it's always about the people, and I think I have grown some very good friendships over the past months, and I have found good seniors, good teachers. I have found quite a decent amount of good people here whom I can approach whenever I need, and it doesn't let me feel so much out of home when I'm 250 kilometers away from it.
You think the people are the best. And tell me the worst thing of this college.
The worst thing that I find is the distances. We have to walk a lot, and it completes 10,000 steps of mine every single day, and that is why I had to get a two-wheeler.
Okay, have you got the two-wheeler?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have got the two-wheeler. And this is currently easy because it's February and it's not that sunny. Once it gets sunny, you have lived in Nagpur, right, for your coaching. You obviously know how heated it gets.
Yes.
So once it gets heated, you will find yourself going to the classroom daily so that you could stay in the AC forever.
Right.
And people suddenly start going to the library in summers. I found it very intriguing that people suddenly started going to the library, and then I noticed that it was very sunny outside, and that's why they were sitting in the library.
Yes, sir.
Not to study, but to enjoy the cool air of AC.
Yes, sir.
Do you go to the library?
Obviously during the exams.
Okay,
yes.
During the exams you go. But can you tell me what difference is there between NEET UG and MBBS?
There is quite a lot of difference. During the NEET UG preparation, we used to have a very compact schedule, and it used to consist of only study hours primarily. Apart from that, we had very less time for recreation and other stuff which otherwise we considered as a waste of time. But during MBBS, we now have to balance out things, and as we are adults, we need to find our ways of being responsible, and we need to be accountable for all of our actions. And being in the college also let me figure this out, that there are many more things apart from academics that you should do to become a good human and a good professional in your field.
Like what?
Like you should learn hobbies that help you in your career. You should fall in love with learning. You have to fall in love with medicine so that you can you can find the desire to search for things by your own, as the syllabus is so vast, and you cannot constantly keep studying and just exhaust your brain into this overwork. You have to find love in studying, you have to find love in doing work, you have to find hobbies that will eventually help you make money also, and will help you in your professional career as well. Apart from that, you need to find hobbies that relieve your mind of stress, like playing some sports or doing some music or whatever you feel like. And this campus provides a lot of facilities for that as well. So I think that is what is the major difference between MBBS and NEET preparation.
What do you think is harder, NEET or MBBS?
In terms of mental burden, or we can say stress, definitely it is NEET exam, because there it is the pressure of 25 lakh people giving the same exam, and you have a do or die situation. You always feel that if I'm not going to make it, then there is no plan B, we don't have anything else to do. But in MBBS, we have a lot of work to do. The syllabus is huge, there is a lot of things to study, lot of other things to manage as well. But because there is less stress as compared to NEET UG, it goes pretty smoothly, and that is why stress management is very important during.
So according to you, NEET UG is much harder than MBBS?
Yes, it requires a lot of determination.
Till that time you haven't achieved anything, there is no sense of achievement, and there is also pressure that you have to score good, right? Like in MBBS, there is no pressure, you have to pass only, and when NEET PG comes, that time I think pressure comes. But many people find it very stressful to cope up with the MBBS studies also, and the main reason for that is the toxicity in MBBS. Like a senior will always be dominant on his junior. So have you ever faced an incident where you have been exposed to ragging?
I will not say ragging in particular. I have had people, or we can say seniors, who were not nice to me. But then it's again, there are a lot of people, and there are 125 people in each batch, and no one is, all are not the same always. And that is why I find people in my batch as well, people in my senior batches as well, who are not nice to me. But it's life. People outside this campus will also be like that only. Everyone cares for themselves, and they have stuff to do for themselves. So I have learned to not take things personally, and I found people who I resonate with, and I formed connections with them, and that is what keeps me happy.
So we project our campus as a ragging-free campus. Is that true?
Yes, I would say 99% it is true. 1% of the so-called ragging is not ragging actually. It is just an interaction which the seniors do so that the junior batches become comfortable in the college.
Okay. Are you in support with that then?
I think the interaction is a positive thing. It helps juniors get comfortable in the campus, and after getting comfortable, we essentially become friends, and now my batchmates are going to the gym with the seniors and participating in different events with the seniors. It's all because of the interaction that happened.
Recently the sports meet happened in our college. Which house you were in?
So I was in the Magenta Mylin house.
Did you participate in any of it?
Sorry sir, I did not.
Why? You like sports, like you play badminton and you...
Yes, I like sports, but I went to my home at that time.
Oh, you should not. I think people in first year go to home a lot, but it's the time that you could enjoy the medical extracurriculars the most.
Yes.
In the whole of MBBS journey. Like second year and first year are the only time when you will have this. Now the final year is very tough, and you obviously have to study for your entrance exams also at that time. So and the internship is like a job for you. You don't get that much free time. So I would advise that you enjoy the extracurriculars that happen in the college. Now Shiv Jayanti is coming. Are you participating in it?
Yes, I am participating.
What are you going to do?
So I will be singing a Pohada.
Pohada. Oh, nice. Do you sing a lot?
I sing mainly classical songs, but now that I've come here, I'm also trying to acquaint myself with other Western and Bollywood music so that I can perform in front of audience.
Do you play a musical instrument?
Yes, I play harmonium.
Harmonium.
Yes.
Vedant came yesterday and he also told me that he also plays harmonium.
Yes.
Yeah, there is a music room in our college if you want to use it.
Yes.
Have you went there?
I have been there, but at that time we were not allowed to use it. But now that after the fest is over and all, I can again go there and participate in jamming sessions, and I can be a part of that.
Yeah.
Musical club.
Correct. How did you felt about the fest?
The fest was amazing. I think those were the 5 best days of this college because first things first, there were no classes.
Okay. And
apart from that, those days were pretty exhausting physically. We had to do a lot of work, but again, it was all worth it because I made most of my friends during that time only, and I interacted with most of the seniors during that time only, and that is how seniors started from being dominant to being friendly. That was the transition period of it. So I think that was definitely the best era of the life, college life.
Yeah. Many more fests will come, and each subsequent fest you will feel that it's the best one.
Yes.
More better than the past one. Because I have seen from the first Halusia till Halusia 2024, the 2024 version was the best of all. And I hope that the next versions will be more better than it. Yeah. Moving on to the next point, that you told me that NEET aspirants have a lot of stress. So can you tell me what stress busters you used while your preparation?
As I said, I have an interest in singing. So I used to sing very occasionally, usually after the weekend tests which happened during Sunday. After the test, I used to sit for an hour or two and then practice classical music and sing some of it, so it relieved my stress. And I used to go out for a walk in the garden after the exam. So that was my free time, leisure time. So I used to talk to my parents during that time. I used to talk to any of my good friends if I wished to, and I sung, I went for a walk, and that was pretty much the stress buster for my week.
You had a home in Nagpur?
I have my relatives living in Nagpur, but I used to live in hostel.
Okay. Hostel of the institute that you were studying?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell other aspirants what other stress busters that they can use, like techniques that can help in reducing the stress?
I think some techniques which might work for pretty much everyone is doing exercise daily, as it can be as simple as walking after having a meal or in the morning, and doing some basic yoga and warm-up exercises and some breathing exercises. And apart from that, they can do mindfulness and meditation exercises which calms their mind down. Apart from that, they can practice any of their hobby which is not related to internet or something.
That's why I ask every person who comes here about their hobbies before getting into the NEET preparation phase, and I find that everyone who has scored good has continued their hobbies. Like that's a good source of endorphins. The next point I would like to ask you is particularly about NEET, that you have scored a perfect 720 out of 720. For me, it's 720, whatever the final verdict may be. But tell me some tips that if I was a NEET aspirant, tell me how should I prepare from scratch?
I would say for NEET examination, NCERT is the Bible. You have to study NCERT no matter what. And for all 3 subjects, I feel NCERT is very essential. This is the very basic that everyone should know in terms of technical things that are required for NEET. Apart from that, you have to be consistent. You have to have a good willpower, because again, it would have a lot of emotional ups and downs in these 2 years, and you have to be mentally very strong. And you alone cannot do it. You should have a very good support system for it. You have to be in touch with your parents, because they are your ultimate well-wishers and they will keep you motivated throughout this journey. And if you can have good friends, that is a cherry on the top. You can also discuss doubts with them, you can study with them, you can talk to them what comes in your mind, and they are basically your source of motivation whenever your parents are not around.
Yeah, that's a good advice. How did you prepare for physics?
For physics, I used to attend the lectures and I used to solve my coaching modules first. It built my conceptual understanding. After I built my concepts to a pretty decent level, I used to solve some reference books. One of the reference books was Errorless Physics for NEET, which I solved pretty much every chapter from it. Apart from that, I have solved objective questions of H.C. Verma, and I had solved DC Pandey as well, and I had solved JEE modules of some coaching as well. But again, it is way beyond what is required at the NEET level. But I found physics interesting. That is why I used to solve as many questions as I could from various other be it JEE or be it KVPY modules.
Have you given any other competitive exams rather than NEET?
Yes, I had given JEE Mains and Advanced both.
You had PCMB?
No, I was a PCB student, but I had appeared for both JEE Mains.
Okay, what was your rank in that?
In JEE Mains, my percentile was 98.51.
Okay.
And in JEE Advanced, my AR was around 15,000.
That's a good AR, considering that you haven't studied maths at all.
Yes.
Yeah. In physics, there is some maths, but that's not of that level that you can crack advanced.
Yes.
In which two subjects did you score full marks in NEET?
I scored full marks in biology and chemistry both. It was physics which got.
You scored full marks in physics also. The controversy kept you from scoring it. Okay, I feel bad for it. Yeah. You might be now you might have been sitting in AIIMS Delhi right now.
Actually, I have now thought of it so much that it doesn't bother me at all now.
At that time, did it bother you?
Yes, it did for a while, but then I had convinced many of my friends in my coaching to come to AIIMS Nagpur. So
As they came.
Yes, so we 7 people who were in the same batch in 12th standard are also in the same batch in MBBS.
Oh my god, that's a great thing. I too faced a similar situation when I gave my entrance exams like NEET UG, AIIMS UG and JEE Mains and Advanced. The scores that I had allowed me to take a much higher AIIMS than AIIMS Nagpur, much established one, but I chose this just because it was near my hometown. What motivated you to become a doctor?
I don't have a medical background, but the person who motivated me the most was my dad himself. He had given me an example of a schoolmate of his who did not belong to a very well-to-do family. So he did not have such a good financial condition at his home. But after working hard for such a long time, he came to Nagpur from Akola and he studied pretty much all by himself. He did all of his stuff by himself. He even arranged money for his studies by himself, and he worked hard a lot, and that is how he made it through MBBS, through MD, through his super specialization. MD, no, he is a surgeon. So now he's a neurosurgeon practicing in Nagpur, and he's one of the top neurosurgeons in Nagpur. He owns 4 hospitals here, and you might have heard Neuron Hospital in Nagpur. So his name is Dr. Pramod Giri, and he is the director of Neuron Hospital.
Oh yeah, so he motivated you to become a doctor.
Yes.
His stories motivated you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and your main inspiration was your dad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Like, do you think motivation is absolute necessity to carry on the consistency in NEET preparation?
Yes, motivation is absolutely necessary because there is a motivation behind everything that we do. There is a motivation behind our existence as well. So there is no point in just doing it because you won't be able to excel in it if you don't give your heart and soul in it. And for giving your heart and soul, you need to have a motivation. You need to do it for someone, if not for yourself. You need to do it for your parents, you need to do it for your well-wishers, you need to do it for the society to become a good human and give a good medical professional to the society.
Mm-hmm. Have you thought of a field that you will choose after completing your MBBS?
There are many branches that are available after the MBBS course, and as I am just a newbie here, I don't know much about many branches, but I have primary interest in neuroscience, and I might be aspiring for neurology and further studies in that.
In the medical field or a surgical field?
Mostly in the medical field, because I love studying, I love doing experiments, and surgery for me, I think it will not provide me enough scope for research.
Do you prepare for chemistry?
For chemistry, I think I just followed what my teachers advised me to do. I read the coaching modules for conceptual understanding. Apart from that, I gave NCERT a very good weightage, because NCERT oriented questions are asked very much in the exam, and NCERT as a book, I suppose, is a very good book. It explains you a lot. It might be a little wordy, it might be not concise, but then again, there are minute details which are available only in the NCERT and cannot be covered by any other module. So reading NCERT was also a fun part for me, and I think I didn't attempt to study any other book for theory reference, and for question practice also I only used my module and NCERT exemplar questions.
Okay, that's great. And for biology, as everyone tells, is anything else necessary other than NCERT?
No, for biology, nothing extra is required other than NCERT. You just read NCERT, and the information that is required to understand NCERT is pretty much explained to you by any coaching teacher that you go to, and you don't require any extra information other than that to remember it. For biology, I think question practice will help you to remember NCERT a lot. If you practice NCERT oriented questions from sources, from books, then I think you will remember lines of NCERT pretty easily.
You 7 people of a same institute have came to AIIMS Nagpur. So do you think that institute plays a vital part in your preparation?
I think yes, institute does play a vital role, because it is again your mentors who know the technical aspect of what is going to be there in the exam and what is required for its preparation. So having a good guidance for your examination is essential, but again, it is not absolutely necessary for it. If you are determined enough, you will find sources across the internet, you will find resources to help you out, and you will find teachers, YouTube videos, lectures, guidances on the internet as well. If you cannot afford to go to any such good coaching institute, that is not an issue at all. You can research by yourself, you can have a smart device at your home, and you can pretty much get every strategy that is out there in existence. And after all, what really matters is how much work you put in rather than what the coaching puts in. It's just about the guidance which gives you a track, a path to walk on, but it's you who walks the path and reaches the goal.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. So what percentage do you think is a student himself, and what percentage is the role of institutes?
I think institutes play hardly 10 or 20% of the role. It is always the student, always the effort put by the students. I know people who have not studied in many, you can say nationally acknowledged institutes, but they still have scored pretty good scores, and they have been in good colleges across the country.
My friend Aryan didn't study in any institute, and he came here.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's absolutely possible. Like now resources are so much available online that anyone can study from their phone itself. Only a phone and an internet connection is required, and anyone can crack it. Take me through a normal day in your NEET preparation phase.
My daily schedule was pretty monotonous. I used to get up at around 4 to 5 in the morning, and then I used to quickly freshen up and take a bath. And if I could, I exercised for a bit, and then I used to sit for study. After studying for an hour or two, I used to go to have my breakfast at around 7 a.m. and I used to reach my institute at around 7:30 a.m. After which my classes were there during 11th grade from 7:30 to 12:30, and in 12th grade they were from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Nevertheless, I went to institute early mornings between 7 to 8 only. after that, I attended the classes or did self-study, and then I had my lunch, and after lunch I again did self-study, and I tried to include all the 3 subjects in my self-study as every day, so that I could cover every topic that is currently going on, so that I don't pile up backlogs of any subject. And I used to stay in the institute for 12 to 13 hours, and I used to leave my institute at around 8 p.m. in the night, and then I used to come back to my hostel, have some dinner, and then I used to go to my room, study for like 15-20 minutes, or do some regular chores that prepare for the next day, prepare a schedule, write something if I had to do important, and then I would go to sleep at around 10 to 10:30.
Yeah, that's a pretty busy schedule. How did you find time for other hobbies that you mentioned?
I did not give time to my hobbies during the weekdays mostly. I used to give it time only during weekends, during Sundays, because again, the whole week went into preparation of the test and the exam, NEET exam, and that is why I didn't have much time. After the test, I had a decent amount of leisure time in which I used to practice my hobbies.
What do you think is the current NEET situation? Lakhs of people are engaging more in giving NEET, and without knowing what MBBS is, how hard MBBS is, people are opting for giving NEET exam. And last year, nearly 24 lakh people gave NEET exam, and several controversies happened, like NEET paper leak, and then questions were changed, answers were changed. So what do you think, what is your take on this situation right now?
I think the main problem is the lack of awareness among people, which is leading to over accumulation of people, over competitiveness, and people think that there are only 2 streams after you choose science. If you have to pursue a career in science, either you go for engineering or you go for medical field. And in that too, for JEE exam, there is a limit of attempts that you can give. So you can appear for it once, and then you can repeat once if you were unable to crack it in the first attempt, and that is it. If you are not able to do it second time, then you don't have a third chance. But in NEET exam, there are infinite attempts, and you can give it as many times as possible, and that is why people just keep repeating over and over and over again, and that leads to more and more number of people appearing for the exam. And I think that is detrimental for the students themselves, because they are essentially wasting their years in there, and they could have pursued other careers, and they could have done well in those too. It might be that you are not made for this field, and your interest might lie somewhere else, so you should probably search for interest and pursue it, because the limited options that the students are given also leads to their forceful preparation for NEET, and they are not able to perform well in the NEET as well, and nor in the field of their interest as well.
If not doctor, what would you have become?
If not doctor, I think I would have pursued astronomy, because I love astronomy and I wanted to go to somewhere abroad, probably to do some research in it, and I already have done a lot of research in astronomy, and I'm an active comet hunter. So
okay, do you have a telescope in your room then?
I don't have a telescope here, but I do have one at my home, and that has helped me a lot, do this comet hunting.
If you were in Delhi, you wouldn't be able to see the stars at night.
Right.
And it's a good thing that you are in Nagpur. You can see the clear sky. It's very unpolluted over here. And in Delhi, there is just fog and pollution.
Yes. I think everything that happened with me was for good only. And keeping that in mind only, I think I didn't have much regret and much sorrow when I lost the chance to go to AIIMS Delhi.
Do you have any desire that you will go to AIIMS Delhi for your post-graduation?
I am open to possibilities and opportunities, and I will try my best to go to the best place possible, the place that gives the best opportunities. And during PG, the branch that you pick also matters a lot. So it is not necessary that AIIMS Delhi might be the best one for the branch that I aspire or I get. but again, I will strive for the best and I'll work hard as I did in the UG days.
Mm-hmm. Since you are interested in neuroscience, have you heard of NIMHANS?
Yes, I have heard of it.
You have researched about it?
I didn't research about it, but Dr. Pramod Giri, about whom I told you, he did his super specialization from NIMHANS.
It's the best in India.
Yes.
According to me.
Yes, sir.
AIIMS Delhi is undoubtedly overall best. But I think our college is also in the race to become the best. I fully have the confidence that if it continues the pace at which it is growing right now, it will overtake Delhi in the next 15 years also. I went to Pulse there and I saw Halusha also. Pulse, do you know Pulse? It's the official fest of AIIMS Delhi. Like I went there and from next year it got cancelled. So it was the last year that I went. I don't know about this year whether they are doing it or not, but I felt that Halusha, our official fest, was on par with the level of Pulse.
Yes.
Just people don't know about this fest. Obviously, this college has given me the best memories of my life.
Yes.
So tell me the best memory that you have till now from this college.
The best memory, I think, was the day of Halusha only. There was a concert of a band called Euphony here, and I think I enjoyed pretty much every single element of that day. It had a stand-up show, it had concerts, it had competitions, it had music competitions in which I sang, and I think that was the best day ever, because I felt that I had done so much more than just barely studying and passing exams, and I think I am capable of doing so much more, and I think in this college I will have opportunities to do that.
Great. There is a discrepancy in the girls-boys ratio. There are very few girls for many number of boys. Why do you think that is?
Well, I cannot comment on it really, but I think on the basis of marks only the admission has been given here. So it is all the discrepancies in the ranks, and it is basically the disparity in the ranks. That is why the ratio is we can say it is not so good for the boys here, but it's okay. I mean, if you are good enough, you don't need to worry about the ratio.
So do you need to worry about the ratio?
No, I don't need to worry about the ratio.
Are you in a relationship?
I prefer not to answer this question.
Final question from my side. Tell the audience one tip or a message from your side that you would like to give for any person, any student, might not be a NEET aspirant, in any field, any student, any person of any age. What message do you want to give?
The message that I would like to give to any person to excel in any field or in general life, as we say, is I think the willpower is all that matters. I think it is the thing that kept me driving during all my NEET preparation, and it is what drives me. It is driving me right now during this MBBS journey, and I realized that this I think very late in my life, because it was already, I had been 16 years old when I realized this. But you're all by yourself, and you have the power to change the world if you think about it. If you can dream it, you can do it, and that is all that matters. I would like to thank my parents, my father especially, who has trained me, who has blessed me with this willpower that is able to keep me sane during all these times, and I think it has helped me achieve all the milestones that I achieved.
It has been great talking to you. How did you feel about today's podcast?
I think it was very interesting session, and I look forward to doing more podcasts and learning more from you, sir, because I think this was a new experience for me, and I had learned a lot while I was doing this podcast. I think I might even think to start a YouTube channel of my own.
That's great. If you want to see more such informative podcasts, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned with it. Till then, bye bye.